We spoke about Axel DC, and that was one of the best shows you've ever seen. Have you ever seen a show that has matched that since?
Axel DC.
Yeah, because we were at the same show at the Garden. You were so
Right.
I say that like everybody calls them that. ACDC with Axl Rose that you had mentioned that was one of the best shows you had ever seen. Have you ever seen anything close to that since? Because it's been a few years since I've spoken.
Yeah, I've been to some. Yeah. That Axel DC show though was it was fantastic. It was because I just thought he nailed Bon like, man, he nailed it. He nails Bon and Brian and his joy as a fan of that band. Cause I don't know Axel other than having like said hi to him a couple of times over the decades. I don't know him, but I hung out with him kind of one time in the 90s at a bar in New York, but other than hey, how are you? But I've always been a fan of, certainly Appetite and that record. And I've always known he's an AC/DC fan because he talks about it. And he crushed it. And boy, did his fanboyness came out so strong on that stage. You could tell how happy he was to be fronting, one of his favorite bands of all time. And not only did he do it justice, but I mean, it just couldn't have been, I don't know how, other than Bon coming back from the dead and Zombie walking out onto that stage, it couldn't have been better. I mean, he nailed it. He fucking nailed it. And he took a backseat to Angus. It was just so respectful. He the fact that between songs, he literally it was like, you'll probably know this next one. And then they bust into Highway to Hell. It's just like, Jesus Christ, I mean, it was just, everything about it was great. It was 2.5 hours of headbanging, just nonstop. And fabulous, fantastic show.